Hey, Dan, are we talking?
Oh, yeah, Tim. We talking.
Oh,
We talking.
woo! Let's go, Lee!
Sorry for that.
I'm gonna edit out that clap. Actually,
It's your boy Timmy
That
Moose.
was a loud clap. I'll try
I'm
to.
back from my
yeah,
hiatus.
that's gonna fucking explode people's
I am
eardrums.
back at my hiatus that I desperately needed last week, and just want to say thanks, boys, for taking the full lead on that. I know it was very spontaneous and last minute, but
Hey, it happens to the best of us. What are you gonna
you
do?
guys killed
You
the
needed
last
a day.
episode. I will say.
It was
Definitely needed a day.
It was a long one.
That was probably the most love we've ever shown you
I
on
know.
the show.
I was like listening in the car to that one.
I was like,
I
nah, I won't
smiled.
fire him. I won't fire him.
My shitty week I had last week, like that really like made it like 10 times better.
Hey, Tim, guess what? You're fired. Cut his mic.
Cut his mic.
Wanted to do it live on the show.
But we live. Well,
We'll
not
do it live.
Honestly, get us to 1,000 and we will go live, and then you can actually see some shit happen.
Get us to 1,000 followers and we can go live.
Probably go live on this shit.
I probably could go live on that. We could probably do it on like Twitch or some shit.
Hey,
Whatever.
who knows? Why not? Add another social
We
media
could.
later.
I don't see why not.
Speaking of social medias, Dan, hit him with the medias.
Episode 75. Go follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Go subscribe on YouTube. Go watch this shit because it's out right now. Hit the subscribe button. Go share it. Hit the link tree. Go share it again. I think I might have missed something. Go buy the merch like this shirt.
And
right
go buy
here.
a beat.
Fucking buy a beat.
And
Fucking
buy studio time.
buy something.
Are we talking official artwork?
Yeah,
right
if you
here?
want one of those, freaking send us something because we say it every week, but no one said anything.
Yeah.
So,
If you want one of those to hang up, which I still haven't hung up,
It's on the wrapping. It's just so clean.
it is. Shout out Big Man for getting me that. That was a Christmas present.
fire.
Yeah.
Super fire gift.
But yeah, all the hats are like black hats, white hats. Hats are out. Go buy them. Tim put them up. Fucking get them. You asked for them, and I don't know if everybody's buying them, but you should buy a hat. Fucking,
Like I said,
do
you
it.
guys, we put the effort in. If you guys, accept it and you retaliate with it. So
retaliate.
Retaliate. That sounds kind of aggressive.
is it aggressive?
Retaliate? Yeah. Retaliate means
feel like
like
fight
if
back.
you did something to me, I'm gonna retaliate back.
like,
Well,
fight-
I mean,
fight
like
back,
if
like-
they want, like we do good stuff, like we want good stuff, back, like retaliate. Like,
I don't think
retaliate.
retaliate-
Nah, I
word.
think that's the wrong context to use. That's not the word you're looking for.
I know the word. It's in my head.
Yeah,
but
I know.
it's not coming
Yeah,
out.
it's not coming out.
I ruined it.
Reciprocate.
There you go.
All right,
Reciprocate.
that sounds actually a lot
That's it.
nicer.
Yeah.
I knew it was an R word.
Reciprocate. I knew it was.
Yeah.
Well, not that R word because
was
we
an
can't
R.
say that one. We can't say that R word.
Right?
Which R word?
Shout out fucking Mookie for making me sit through a 2-hour episode to find one thing to censor out.
Speaking of him,
Yes.
we're giving him Talk of the Week.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we're giving it to Mookie.
You did an absolutely great job last week as a guest. Bear, on the other hand, I don't know why we haven't.
I don't know why that's the third time on this fucking show, and he said collectively 10 words.
Yeah.
You know
Out of
what?
all 3
I'm
episodes.
going to take the long shot and just say anti-talker of the week.
Anti-talker of the week
Very
is fucking
anti-talker,
Bear.
yes. 100%.
100% is anti-talker of the week.
And if anyone was like curious or wants to know what we're talking about, you
Go listen to all 2 hours.
Go listen to the whole 2 hours last week of that. Just
Yeah, it's
artwork.
about as long as
a
an
lot.
Avengers movie.
It was a lot.
Yeah. So
It was a good
listen,
episode. Fun.
it's a
Great
si-
stories though, phenomenal
yeah,
fucking stories.
Absolutely great stories.
I thought I had good stories.
I was drunk. I drank a lot.
And you know-
Oh, Dan was sauced. You want to know how I know Dan was sauced?
Hey, what do you have?
There was he was super quiet on the mic because he kept leaning back from it, and I looked at him. I was like, "Yo, Dan, get closer to the mic." And
This is what I looked at him and went,
yeah,
Yeah, nah, it's
because Dan doesn't ever listen to anyone when he's drunk.
Yeah.
Anyone. Like it doesn't matter who you are.
I can't be tamed.
Yes, literally.
can't be tamed.
Dan will not listen to you when he's drunk. Like point blank. Period. He doesn't care who you are.
My
It-
world. You're just living in it.
Yeah.
Honestly, yes.
Jesus, Buddha, Allah, and fucking what's like a and
Dang.
like Norse him and fucking Odin himself could come down simultaneously, and Dan will be like, "Nah."
Who are you?
Do you know who I am? No. Do you know who I am? Yeah, you're Dan. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know who I am? You look like a fraud to me.
Yeah, how much? I'm like, no, sir, I don't have any cash. I don't have any money.
I don't have any money.
You look. What do you mean, sir? You're homeless. Listen, you do you. I don't judge, but like, I'm not giving you money for drugs. Just walks away. Finally, he goes, all right, here, sir. Here. Gives Zeus like a nickel.
I would have given that much attention.
Damn. God damn.
He's like, this goes to my beer money, and
You give me a nickel.
you give me a nickel.
Oh God. All right. Let's
Anyway.
get into it.
Anyway, so we're gonna get into it. We're
gonna try something.
gonna try something out right now. We're gonna call up Jason, an old call that we had a couple like. I don't even remember the last.
Oh
time
yeah, it was a long time ago.
It was last year.
Last prom season.
Last year for prom season. So
Yep.
About the same time, almost a year.
almost a
And
year.
just
Or
to
maybe a
say,
year.
I'm trying out a new method with recording phone calls. So this is like the first time I'm really trying it. But if it works, I'm telling you, I'm the greatest in the business.
And if you can't hear him at all, and we're just laughing, well, sorry.
yeah.
Oh,
It sounds like it's working to me.
Hello?
Jason, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I
Yes,
hear
we
you
can.
crystal clear.
Perfect. How you guys doing tonight?
How you been, bud? It's been a minute.
I know it's been a minute. How's everything been? How's work? How's life treating you?
terrible.
Terrible.
I was just saying exactly the same thing.
Pretty
Terrible.
shit, my guy.
Like shit?
That
sucks.
It doesn't taste like shit. It's just it's shitty.
Well, it depends on what you're eating.
Oof.
So shit.
Oof.
What about you, Jason? How's the school life going?
It's good, man. You know, another day, another dollar. That's
Yeah.
my motto.
You teaching them kids good stuff out there?
Oh no, not really. You know, just teaching them all. You know, it's a surprise that I didn't get fired yet because I think I'm just teaching them all bad stuff. Like you know, I condone drinking and like all that stuff. Like
It's
tell them,
legal.
"Yeah, go party.
They're gonna do it anyway, so I mean, you might
You
as
gotta
well
do it
kinda-
anyway.
you
You may as well do it the
Yeah,
right
I'm-
way.
I mean, I tell them how to properly drink. You know, it's a big thing.
Safety.
Safety first, right?
Exactly.
Always wear. Another thing I tell them: always wear protection, unless it's a really hot girl. Then you want to get her pregnant.
Unless she's rich too. She got old money? Damn.
and then she gets, you know, you get her roped in.
Exactly.
back then.
See? It's
Nope.
a hustle. It's a good hustle.
No
She
turning
got you
back
for one
there.
of your kids. She got you for 18 years.
And find out on the
Yeah,
18th birthday, it
exactly,
wasn't his.
exactly. What do you? Oh God, yeah, but no, everything's been good so far on my end. You know, end of the school year is here. Just trying to survive the next couple weeks with these little shit stains, and then go enjoying summer vacation.
That's what I'm saying. I like it, Jason.
You remind me
Yeah.
of Bradley Cooper from The Hangover.
Yeah, right.
Facts. Facts.
Sir, listen, it's at the school. I do not know you. Do not talk to me.
Exactly.
Great.
So
Ugh.
now, Jason, I know this is kind of last minute. I kind of put you on the spot a little while ago to see if you were available tonight. So, like, I do appreciate you joining us today.
Well, I always appreciate being on the podcast, Tim. Yeah, I think the last time I was on the
Like
podcast was probably like a year ago. I think, or
Yeah.
Roughly.
No, it was around prom.
it was around prom time.
Told
Yeah,
us your
going to
little
ball.
your ball story when you went to ball.
Yeah, my balls story. Yeah, I remember that.
Go listen to it. Great episode.
Great episode.
Yeah, I still listen to that every now and then, because it gives me good memories.
It's good to have shit
Good to
like that
reminisce.
documented, you know?
No wonder our viewership
Yeah,
is
exactly.
good.
Got to have that shit documented.
Maybe not.
Now we do have a topic, Jason. I kind of give you a brief talk about it, but we're like the main topic right now that we're gonna talk about is what is it, Dan? What do we have?
I guess like real graphic and unexpected things in TV or movies that really caught you
Ooh.
off guard.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
really, kind of a spoiler, I guess, if you haven't watched it. I don't know if it's really a spoiler, but
These are all spoilers.
The Boys season 3. It started the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And a man shrunk down and walked into a penis. And then he enlarged himself and exploded the guy completely.
So a little backstory to the show if you've never watched
Yikes.
it. Yeah.
No, I have not. I've seen clips of it on like TikTok, but I've not seen like the whole show.
Yeah, it's a great show. It's on Amazon Prime, so if you have it, it's completely free to watch. But
Okay.
basically the premise of the show is like, what if superheroes were real? Like, obviously, if
And
somebody
not
was
always good.
Yeah, and like if somebody was as strong as Superman, you know what I'm saying? Like they would have the
Yeah.
craziest ego on the planet. They would kind of be a little bit psychotic. So throughout
Yeah.
the show, everyone has like different specific powers. So in like the first 10 minutes of the new season, they meet this guy that could shrink and grow like Ant-Man, basically. So so he basically shrinks down to basically crawl inside of someone's dick hole.
Hey, yo.
No, for real. It was a wild 10 minutes, bro.
That's how it started.
I looked it up.
Yeah.
They actually set up like an 11-foot prosthetic penis so the guy could actually walk into it.
Fire. That's
That's dedication.
Imagine being the budgeting guy.
You want me to make what?
Try to explain that to Jeff Bezos that approved the show.
Imagine being the accountant on like the fucking show. Why the fuck is there on the bill an 11-foot
like guy
penis?
in this, and it's gonna explode
Yeah.
a penis.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Imagine going to the audition to be the guy that did it. Be like, all right, so I'm gonna need you to crawl into this dick. Hold up, what? You need me to do what?
That was not what my agent told me.
That's not what my agent told me this
He
was
told me
gonna
this was a
be.
superhero movie. Superhero series.
I thought it was gonna be the Avengers. What happened?
Yeah, basically, right?
Oh.
But yeah, I think like the biggest thing that took me off, like that shocked me was. I'm assuming most of you gentlemen have seen The Godfather. I hope so, at least.
Yes.
Of course.
If you haven't, what are you
I think
watching?
It's the greatest movie of all time. But the biggest plot twist to me was when, Tom Hagen goes to California to meet with the movie director.
Yes.
And, he shows him the horse, saying that he
that's
paid,
right.
like, so much money for this fucking horse. And then next thing you know, the horse's head is in his bed. That really,
yeah.
that
was gruesome.
Yeah.
it's a big what the
that
fuck
was
moment.
gruesome. I think that and like Scarface are like probably the two gruesome movies that I've ever watched.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of Scarface, that one scene like where like Al Pacino goes to the he goes to like down to like
Downtown Miami when he
Yeah.
tries to sell it.
Yeah.
The guy tries to
and
cut him with a chainsaw.
He's with another guy, and the guy's like, "Where's your partner?" He's like, "Oh yeah, here, look at here's the binoculars." He looks up, and the guy's like,
Oh, and he throws him off the helicopter.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like the opening scene.
That's gruesome right there.
No, I
Have
thought you
you
were talking about
guys-
when he cuts up his cousin in the bathtub.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
In the I think it's in like the first like 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, that
Rocks him
happened.
up.
Yeah, no, that was a fucked up scene.
One thing with this
That's
is
fucked up.
like The Boys started, and it's almost like a dark comedy. Everything else that I was thinking of, like a big what the fuck moment, was either like a horror movie or something like super gruesome, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is a wild step to take.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was telling Dan before. It's like you ever watch like horror movies? The one that always sticks out in my head because I remember it being so detailed was in the newest Evil Dead, like the remake of Evil Dead, when she's in the basement and she runs up the stairs and there's the rusty nails sticking up through the floorboard,
Ooh.
and she steps on it. And I mean, like 1,000,005 horror movies have done this at this point.
But like
Yeah.
the way they did it.
But the way they did it in that movie specifically, I remember literally, I physically cringed my whole body, and I like hit the side of like the armrest because like I was so cringed out because I was like that. Like I felt it, like I felt the shock go through my body of her, of like the way the sound effect was, and like physically watching it happen just gets me every single time because like of course in the movie
Yeah.
it's super dramatic, so it's like a 10-foot nail that goes through her foot, but it's like.
Yeah.
God damn, you know what I'm saying?
thinking about it.
Yeah, just thinking about it, like it like it makes your hair stand up.
I remember that in what's it called, The Quiet Place. Like towards the end.
Yeah.
Of the Quiet
Yeah,
Place.
in The Quiet Place they do it too.
And that's a quiet scene.
Yeah,
see
so you
that
can't
and, like,
scream.
You can't scream.
And then
Yeah.
they anticipated
Yeah.
to walk by like 4 times. They're like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
It's coming. I know it's coming,
Yeah.
but I don't want to see
You know,
it.
you know what's funny? You see that, but then you think about like Home Alone. Like when cause like
oh, they should have been dead after like the
No,
first
but
trap.
But in that scene, like he steps on a big nail. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
In the
And he's just
scene,
laughing
and
at
he's
it.
just laughing at it. But then you see like Quiet Place, and you're like, oh my, like, or like the movie you just said, like
In the Evil Dead remake, yeah.
I think, one thing that really fucked me, I think it was the entire movie though. That was just a big what the fuck moment. Was Midsommar. Every single scene in that movie, I wasn't like. I just kept getting more and more surprised, and I was like, "What am I watching?"
That's one of my favorite horror movies I've ever watched because it's not jump scare based. It is like physically terrifying of that. Like
Literally, you can't predict what's about to happen.
yeah, like
It's just
you're talking
what
about
the
this.
fuck am I watching?
The scene that fucks up everyone is always with the old people.
Oh, and yeah. So
when-
if you haven't seen it, you might want to skip this
Yeah.
part, but you should have
Yeah.
seen it by this point.
Yeah, it's been out everywhere. So basically, they all live in this convent in Sweden, right? And the way they deal with getting older is once you turn, I think, 65, you basically have to kill yourself. That's
What?
how, in the movie. That's how they deal with getting
It's
old.
probably the most fucked up movie I've ever watched.
Yeah,
It's up
hands
there.
down.
That
It's
is
up there.
probably, yeah.
So that's how they deal with, because in their convent, they basically view as getting old as you start to become a burden on everyone else.
I think this happens in like the first half hour of the movie. too.
Yeah.
It's early in the movie.
And everyone completely accepts this. So like everyone gathers around for this to happen. So they basically go to the top of this cliff and they just jump. And they land on the rocks on the bottom and they just splat.
If you happen to survive, some guy just comes over and smashes your head with a hammer.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's called Midsommar.
Hey, you should check it out. It's pretty crazy.
It's on Amazon Prime if you want to watch it. It's really good.
Amazon's got some wild.
Amazon's got some
Jeez.
wild shit.
Yeah.
Good ass movie
Well, I
though.
think- Have you guys seen Pulp Fiction?
Great movie.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
One of my favorite movies too. I think like the gruesome scene where he's just like, where they're playing the music and he's like sitting in the chair and he's like getting tortured and like he's
Oh,
like cutting him. Yeah, that's like the most gruesomest scene that I can think of in that whole entire movie.
You
is
know-
where he's just slowly killing him.
Yeah, I mean, you know what gets me even worse? Gets me every single time I watch the movie. I half the time I have to skip it because it gets me every time. Is when he has to put the adrenaline into his heart. That part gets me more than the torture scene.
Gets you going.
It really does because
your
he's just
adrenaline
like,
shot.
hey, this is your fucking problem. You put the needle in, and they do it with literally a Sharpie on her chest. He's like, aim right there, and every single
Damn.
time when he just like spikes, I jump out my seat every time. That gets me more than the torture scene in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Gets me every single time. Gets me. Oh my god, I have to skip it. I'm like, no, I can't do it. Cannot do it.
No.
Yeah.
I have one, and Jason, I'm sure. Let me know if you ever heard of this movie. But how about how about the Human Centipede?
I know what it is.
The
I've never
only
watched
reason
it.
I've heard of it is because of South Park. I've never watched it, but the South Park episode, oh my god, they did that fucking movie justice.
Do you want the cuttlefish or the vanilla pudding?
Oh no, the cuttlefish? Okay, Carol, I do it for you.
I do
And
it
then
for
he
you.
just eats it.
One thing with that movie is you kind of know what you're getting into before you go into it.
Yeah. You ever see the second part?
I didn't.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
why
the
I'm like,
second
I was
There's a
upset.
part
I
two.
know there is, and I'm like very hesitant to watch it.
It's actually very meta. In part two, it's actually like so the part one is established in that universe of part two that it is a movie. So it's
Yeah.
basically this dude that's like a super fan of the movie, but he's fucked up in the head. So he gets like in the original movie, there's only like three people that connect
Yeah.
it. In part two, he gets like 18. But in part two, he's not a doctor. He's just like a regular dude. He literally works as a security guard in the movie. So he doesn't know what he's doing. So he does it a lot more gruesome. Like he does it with like the original doctor in the first movie, he does it with like surgical stitching. This dude does it with like a staple gun. Like it's super fucked up. Yeah. Part two is even wilder.
It's brutal.
Yeah, part two is even wilder. I highly recommend do not watch those movies. It's not worth it. Like, there's no like real end game to the movie. It's just like, what can we do that's super fucked up?
There's a new movie that came out. It's called X. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's like a horror movie. It's basically the premise. I don't know if you guys seen it. It just came out a couple months ago.
Spoiler alert.
It's basically spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, it's basically there's this group of people that makes a porno at like this old people's like house in like
I think
the
I did
middle
see the
of
trailer
nowhere.
for it.
I saw the trailer for it.
didn't
Definitely
see
saw
it.
the trailer for it.
Yeah, and basically they're making a porno, and then there's like all these gruesome shit. Like a guy gets killed by getting a pitchfork to the fucking eyeball. I was like, ugh.
Fire.
Yeah, spoiler alert there, but yeah, there's like all these gruesome like killing scenes, and I gotta admit, I only did go to the movie just to see the tits, but I stayed there for the horror.
Were the tits worth it?
Oh yeah, do you know the girl from Pitch? Do you know the girl from Pitch Perfect?
Weren't there like
What-
5 of them in
blonde.
that movie?
Yeah, they're like 5 of them, but like the blonde, they're like one of the blonde ones. Like she Her name's Brittany Snow, I think. Look her up. She was she was on there. She got
Shout out
naked.
Brittany Snow. Hey, yo, if you want to be on the podcast, if you happen to be listening, Brittany Snow, and want to be on the podcast,
Great tits.
great tits.
Great tits, yes.
Great tits.
Nice. There you go. At least it wasn't a full old disappointment.
At least it wasn't just pure horror. There's some good tits in the movie. Thank God.
Oh God.
What's your horror movie without some great tits, you know? Just
Yeah. The
I think another one would be probably like all of Freddy Krueger, like the Elm Street ones.
Mhm.
Like
the one kill, I think it was in part 3, when the dude goes to the top of the clock tower and Freddy holds him up by his veins and then cuts them all off and he falls. He holds him up like a marionette. I'm pretty sure it's either part 3 or part 4. I can't remember off the top of my head. But he basically convinces the dude to go to the top of the asylum where he is, and it's the clock tower. And in his mind, Freddy is holding him up by his veins.
Yeah.
And he just cuts him like a puppet, and he just falls to the ground. And then in the real world, they just accept that he jumped off the top and committed suicide. Yeah. No, that kill always gets me.
now the one I'm like thinking about was the one, I don't know the number of it, but it was this guy. He was like laying in bed, and like he basically just gets sucked into.
That's
the
part
bed.
1. You know who that is?
No.
That's Johnny Depp.
That was Johnny Depp.
That's young Johnny Depp.
That was intense.
Yeah.
Like you just see him get sucked down.
He's
and
watching the TV and
Yeah.
he falls asleep,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and he gets sucked into the
gets
bed.
sucked into
Yeah.
the bed,
That's
and
part
it's
1,
like-
and that's Johnny Depp.
and it's like just blood shooting everywhere.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yep, that's Johnny Depp. That's baby Johnny
I
Depp.
forgot that was Johnny.
Yep. Shout out Johnny.
Got fucked up.
Went from one nightmare to another, but he won the second one, bitch. Little does everyone know, Amber Heard played Freddy Krueger in those movies.
Jeez.
That was a role play.
That wasn't role play, guys.
That was live footage. And we
Yeah.
watched for a
You
period
didn't
of
see that
time.
one when Freddy Krueger shit in the bed?
That was part 6, actually. Shout out Johnny Depp. Fuck Amber Heard.
Okay. Very true. Fuck Amber Heard.
Gonna
Amber Turd.
switch off of
Yeah, very-
like the horror movie
very-
real quick. That one movie that just fucked me up because it was the most random shit of all time. I don't know if you ever seen Sorry to Bother You.
No.
It's basically like people that make the phone calls, but it's a black guy and they put on a white voice, and then they work for like a big corporation, almost like Amazon, but they got these people living there like shitty conditions, and the owner, basically the Jeff Bezos of the movie, is like the big twist at the end is he's turning people into like horse beings with giant horse cocks, so he gets better work out of them. It's
Excuse me?
yeah.
Wait, this sounds like a fire movie. Hold on. What's this called?
Sorry to bother you.
What's it on?
Oh, you're not bothering me.
I think it's on Netflix now.
I gotta watch that.
It's one of the weirdest movies of all time.
That sounds amazing.
With Lakeith, whatever his name is, Schofield or something like that. The guy from Atlanta. But it's
Childish Gambino?
no, the other guy.
Oh,
not the
he
fat
plays
guy.
Paperboy?
No, not the fat guy, the skinny guy.
Oh, the funny one.
Yeah, Lakeith, whatever.
Yeah,
The guy from Get
yeah.
Out.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's one of the weirdest twists and turns I've ever seen in a movie that kind of just made me like stop and just like hit a. What am I? I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, no, that's pretty great. I gotta watch. I'm
It's
gonna
like
watch
it kind of like starts slow, and you're like, all right, yeah, this movie, it's okay, and then you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, another one that I actually made Santé Chaperet, shout out Jen. I made her watch too. I got recommended it by like I was on like a YouTube deep dive, and it's on Netflix right now, and it's called Killing of a Sacred Deer. Super fucked up. So basically what happens is there's this I don't know what's going on there.
Jason, do you have us on speaker?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. That's why we're getting a crazy echo.
My bad. I can take you off.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
So basically, the premise of the movie is that there's this dude that's a doctor, and he befriends this one kid that is basically an orphan. Like his parents don't care about him, like they never look after him, anything like that. So he becomes really good friends with the doctor, and he starts showing up to the doctor's house, like just becoming borderline obsessed with the dude. So to the point where he has to pull him aside, and he goes, "Yo, you have to stop showing up to my fucking house. Like this is weird." You know what I'm saying? turns out he puts like basically this curse on his family to where both of his kids just get progressively more and more sick.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, the main doctor has to decide which one of his kids he's gonna kill, and he has to physically murder his kids
Oh no.
to save the other one. Like, that's the only way the sickness goes away. Like, it's a super fucked up movie.
Yeah,
And it was super trippy.
Mind fuck.
Yeah, no, it was really fucked up.
Stressful as fuck.
I remember I was telling Jen about it, and she goes, "What the fuck did you just make me watch?" I was like, "I don't even know what I watched. Like, this is terrible.
I
This is
couldn't
fucking."
go in alone.
Yeah, I was like, I have to share this with somebody. Like, I'm not watching this alone and being this mentally fucked up from this movie. Like, no. You were watching this with me. Yeah, that was a fucked up movie. It's called Killing of a Sacred Deer on Netflix.
So yeah, if you want to be real mind fucked, go watch it.
Yeah, for real.
No, that's good. Do you guys want to do one more? We'll go around.
Yeah, we'll do one more.
So I have one. It was for me. It's the Joker, that new movie. But
Ooh.
I don't think it's not in the description of like this website. But for me, it was towards the end. Spoiler alert! Also, was when he's like on the show with Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, yeah.
And he like flat
Yeah.
out just kind of points the gun at him and just kind of like
Yeah. Honestly, what fucked me up more than
It
that
was Robert
was
De Niro, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't believe someone just did that to him.
yeah, facts. No, I was even more fucked when I found out that he never had a relationship with the girl.
That
It was
one-
all in his head.
Yeah.
That one really was just like,
Yeah.
holy shit, she was never there.
Yeah.
And like when you rewatch that movie the second time,
It makes sense.
It makes so much sense that she was never there. She's just his neighbor, and
Yeah.
he's just psycho.
His mom's just all fucked up.
Yeah, his mom is. I mean, his mom was real, but like
Yeah.
when you rewatch the movie, you're like, wow, like
Yeah, remember-
she was really never there.
Speaking of another scene in that movie, remember like what's it called, the clowns? They came to his house and he literally just kills one in front of like the other guy.
Oh, in front of the
and then
midget,
he's like the guy's freaking out, whatever, and he just goes, "Oh yeah, you can go."
yeah, because he was nice to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just stabs him in the neck with like a pen or some
Yeah,
shit.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Right in the neck, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "I'm so sorry."
He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, and he just unlocks it. He's like, yeah, you can go.
"You're good."
And he just runs out. He's
Yeah.
like, he just closed the door like
This is another
regular
happen.
shit.
And he just sits down and just does. It's nuts.
Yeah, crazy.
It makes so much sense, dude.
Yeah, no, like
it's
that's
just
one of those
insane.
movies you have to watch twice and be like, holy shit, he was.
Apparently,
It's like when you watch the end of Fight Club.
Yeah, and then you're like, I should have seen this coming.
Yeah, for real, it's great.
Fucking, apparently, the Joker 2 is going to be a musical.
Well, yeah, Lady Gaga's in
Lady
it.
Gaga.
Oh, really?
Lady Gaga's in it.
That's
It's gonna be like a
Harley
Sweeney Todd type shit.
I feel
I'm
like
down
they,
for
I
it.
feel like they could crush it.
Yeah, that'll smoke that.
All right.
All right, I think it's about that time.
Yeah, Jason, do you have anything else for that topic?
No, I'm all set.
All right, so then we'll move on to our amazing sponsors, and I mean, because without these sponsors, I mean, the show would still go on, but like,
Yeah.
you just appreciate all these sponsors. So, does anyone like to go around? Jason, do you want to happen to lead off, or you want us to kind of go right now?
You can do that.
All right. I
We'll
got
come
one.
back to you then.
I got one.
Okay, you can come back to me.
This is a major shout out to the vendors that start walking around sporting events again, like the
Yep.
beer guy.
Yep.
Cold beer here. Big shout out. You know, I don't have to get up anymore. Life is good. Fucking, I can pay with my card too. Life's a beauty.
Did you see the butt scratcher guy?
Butt
Butt
scratcher.
scratcher?
Butt scratcher.
Scratcher.
Major shout
Peter,
out.
no, butt scratcher.
Perfect. Butt scratchers, beers, whatever you need. They're walking around again. You don't gotta get up, except to pee.
Well,
Not yet. Not yet.
depending on how crafty you are, just re-finesse one of those beer cans. Yo, you got to do what you got to do.
Strategize. Good game.
Strategize.
It's a good game.
As you do it, the jumbotron guy
Just goes right on you.
somehow pans to you.
Cuts away, cuts back, still doing it.
How's it going? Shout out to those people that do that. Speaking of kind of like the concession people like that, I'm gonna go with the night, and this is actually a first time probably. I'm not doing something in the room, but shout out to those people that work at the Whitehall ferry terminal.
Beauties.
That sell out mangoes and churros and watermelons.
Coco mango
Because all
cherry.
they do is they go churro melon, and they go mango, 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 mango. And it's like nonstop every time. It's like on loop. So
You know what? One
you
day,
got that
Tim, I gotta bring you
straight
back.
mangoes.
I gotta bring you uptown one day because when I used to go to school on 148th, because
Yeah.
I used to go to school in Harlem.
Yeah.
So like and
They're all over the place.
they're all over the place, and they have like full song and dances to it. Like
Yeah.
they got like their kids involved. It's fucking
Oh, no,
amazing.
yeah. Nah,
Show?
by the ferry now, they moved downtown.
Oh, they moved
Around-
downtown?
around.
Every time I go out, there's
There's
more
like
and more,
there's
they're
like
they're
6
starting to
vendors
get there.
outside of the ferry
Yeah.
now.
Did you ever buy the mango with the chili flakes?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you're missing out, dog. You're missing out, bro. Coco Mango
Just
Cherry
about-
guy used to bless
about to
me.
do tomorrow.
I'm usually running to the ferry, like, because the trains don't line up.
Oh, I got you.
It's about to do tomorrow.
Yo, I'm telling you, get the mango with the chili flakes in it. Woo! Had me going, bro.
There you go. So-
Because I was like, well, not a couple blocks down from like Spanish Harlem too. So
Yeah.
I had all the bomb ass food over there, bro.
yeah.
Fire, so good.
Mango, 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 mango.
Mango, 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 mango. Churro.
Yo, no, shout out those dudes, bro. For real, for real.
Really hustling out there. I like it.
All right, what else we got?
Habibi, you want to go? Jason? Anyone can step in.
Jason, you got one?
Oh, like shout outs?
Yeah.
Shout out to anything.
Oh.
Maybe someone around your room. Who knows?
Shout out to the PS5, I guess.
No,
No, without that, I would be doing nothing.
I don't know. That's solid. I mean, I can't even remember the last time I played a video game, bro. If I had the time, god damn it. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna give like a legit sponsor. I gotta give a shout out to my guy Simone Sorby for blessing up the fucking the sleeve, bro. He is absolutely killing the shit.
Go follow him. Go get a tat.
Go
not
get
on Bizarre's
fucking
time.
Not on my time, definitely not. I got another session on Thursday actually, but oh well, this will already be
Yesterday.
out. So yeah, yesterday. Yesterday I had it.
The tattoo came so nice.
Thanks, bro. Oh no, he killed the shading on this side,
I
right?
know.
They can see it.
We can see it. We can see it. Yeah. No, shout out Simone, bro. He's
Get the
absolutely
Sharpie, fill
smoking it.
Fill it in.
So, super nice dude too. He texts me like once a week. He's like, "Yo, is it good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, it's fire." You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Shout out Simone Sorby out of Good Luck NYC, man. If you need a tattoo, go hit him up.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, all right. Well, like I said, thanks sponsors, because without those sponsors,
Spances.
Spances.
It's Kidji
Some spances.
Smat Pack.
Oh,
yeah.
one last thing. Go buy the merch because it's out and you definitely can.
and
and
more
go-
things keep showing up on the merch store every couple weeks. So,
Every
If-
couple
if you
weeks,
want
we
to see
always got new
something,
stuff.
just fucking shoot us a text or a DM or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
But yeah.
Cool.
All right, next topic. Now, Jason, I know we didn't really hear much from you for that first one because we kind of just threw that topic at you kind of last minute. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's been a while, and I know you reached out to me a few times about wanting to be back on the show. So, I mean, like, this is like,
Yeah.
this time's your time to shine again. I mean, do you
Oh,
have any,
You got
Jeez.
a story or something for us?
something that you want to tell us?
Okay.
You got like a good like shore
No,
story.
This has happened to me a lot in the past couple months, and I don't know if this has ever happened to you, gentlemen, but so me and my friends are at the bar, right? And I'm interested in this girl, and he's also interested in this girl. Would it be wrong of me to pursue that girl knowing that he likes her?
You rock paper scissors it.
You rock paper scissors it.
Is this
Now-
hold on. Is this what's the situation? Is it known before you get there that he likes this girl that he wants to go for it, or is it
Okay.
like a simultaneous like, yo, that girl's kind
Well,
of cute.
okay.
We go for it.
It's a little bit of both. Like sometimes it's both. Like both are like we're at the bar, we both say, "Oh, that girl's cute," so we try to like fight each other, like to see who could go
It's fair.
out to
You're trying
talk
to alpha,
to her.
out alpha,
fair.
out alpha. That's
I'll
an
allow
alpha
it.
move. Alpha move. over there.
Out alpha? Is that what you just said?
yeah.
That's disgusting. I'll never fucking say that shit again. Out alpha. It sounds like alfalfa.
Yeah, and like another thing that I kind of feel bad. Like, let's say that this guy talked to a girl, and he was like talking to her. They went on a few dates, and then nothing like ever happened. Like he never got past a kiss.
Okay.
Would it be a dick move for me to pursue like trying to date that girl?
How long of
Is that
in
is
between?
that breaking bro code?
How long
Because
of it in
I don't
between?
know. I don't know.
How long of an in
Yeah.
between we're talking here? Is it like a week? Because that's kind of fucked. But
Yeah.
No, it wasn't like a week. So what happened was, I'll give you this scenario, which it wasn't a scenario, it actually happened. But anyway, let's go from
hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically.
hypothetically.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah, no, but no. Hypothetically, my friend set up my other friend, on a date with this girl. They went out a couple times. They had like Valentine's Day dinner together, whatever. So he was doing his thing, but the thing with my friend is that he's a little bit clingy at times. So she didn't like that. So apparently, after like the Valentine's Day date, she was like, "Yeah, I don't think that this is going anywhere," and dumped him. So that was Valentine's Day. So along comes April, right? We're past a month.
Yeah.
And I see her on Tinder. And I'm like, "Ugh, what do I do? Do I swipe left or swipe right?" So for shits and gigs, I swipe right.
Of course.
And we start talking, and she's like, "Oh," so we matched.
Oh.
And she's like, "Oh, you're really cute, blah blah blah. Why don't we go out and have drinks?" So I'm like, "Okay, fine." So I took, but as the good friend that I am, I had to make sure that it was okay with him. I said, "Hey, listen, I matched with her. We've been talking a little bit. Is it okay if I do it?" He said yes at the get-go, and I'm like, "Okay, cool. So we're all fine. Nothing to go." So I'm still talking to her. 2 days goes by. I get the text from my friend, and he goes, "Hey, man, I just wanted to let you know I'm actually not really comfortable with you doing this. I still have feelings for her." So now what do I do? Do I dump her? What do I
Wait, how long were they? Like, how many dates did they go on before this?
like 3 dates with this girl, and
No.
he goes,
He just made it was a kiss. I feel like that's kind of
Nope.
She already
like they
kinda
kissed and like they slept over at each other's house, but nothing happened. Like there was no like
yes.
sexual activity
no
going on.
adulting going on.
No adulting.
No adulting happening
No,
there.
no
not
adulting after
whatsoever.
hours. I got it.
No adulting. Yeah, the kids were home that night. They couldn't do it.
The kids were home. Hey, oh. Shout out to single moms.
Definitely.
Shout
Big
out to
shout out
single
to
moms.
single moms.
Jared.
Yo, Jared. Where's Jared at for the single moms, bro?
Yeah, so I don't know. So 3 dates, they went on, and he goes, "Oh, I still have feelings for her." And I'm like, "Okay." So as the good friend that I am, I text her and say, "Hey, listen, I hate to do this, but my other friend originally who said that he was okay with it is now not." And she goes, "Okay, I totally understand. I wish things worked out differently." So I said, "Me too." So then a couple another weeks go by, and I see her on a different dating app. So what do I do again?
Oh, my man's on all platforms. My man is on all
he's
platforms.
he's really
He's diversified.
exactly what I'm saying.
You got
not
hey,
working.
listen,
Look at that portfolio.
it's not work. Yeah, I have. Oh, my dating network portfolio is freaking out through the roof. I have.
Let's
Hinge,
go, Jason. Let's
My
go.
boy.
I have Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, anything.
He's got Grinder.
Not
Christian
Grinder.
Mingle. He got
Not
Christian
Grinder. That's
Mingle.
only.
Farmers only.
I got Christian Mingle. I got BlackPeopleMeet.com.
You got farmers only.
Farmers only. True story. True story. Actually, my friend Scoot signed up our other friend Tyler for BlackPeopleMeet.com with
Fire.
the username Aunt Jemima Lover. Now, is that
That's-
is that bad? Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty
Funny,
bad.
Yes.
Nice save.
It's pretty bad.
That's
but
pretty
anyway,
bad.
so I matched with her on
Good thing
another site.
Good thing you cleaned that up and said it was bad, because we would definitely have to acknowledge we do not condone that behavior.
Yeah, I don't condone it either. But he was. This was back in like 2013 or 14. Before like
Aunt
everyone
Jemima was
got
still
so.
around.
Aunt Jemima was
Aunt
still
Aunt
around.
Jemima
Yeah.
was still around.
Yep.
So was the Land O'Lakes lady. So, but things have changed.
You make
Things
your
have
knees the
changed.
tits.
Yeah. Yeah, but no. So I matched with her on a different site, and I'm like, "Hey, would you still try talking?" So a couple days go by. I'm still talking to her, and then I get the text from my friend. "Are you talking to that girl again?"
How the heck did you
Now
find
what do
that
I
out?
do?
Wait, how do you find that out?
Yeah, for real. How
Because
do you
I
find
think
that out?
my other friend who originally set him up on the date with her might have ratted me out because her and him are really good friends.
Oh, so you're dating
So I
snitches,
think-
dog.
So yeah, snitches get stitches.
That's
So
what
I
I'm
said,
saying.
So you know what they say? Deny, deny, deny. So
Of course. I said, yo, Jason, we just became best friends, dog. You deny
Deny,
everything, no matter who
you
asks.
deny. You exactly. And you deny until proven guilty. You deny
go.
everything.
Even then,
Allegedly.
no,
Allegedly.
Jason, you can ask Dan and you can ask Tim. My life motto is I don't know nothing about nothing. That's
Hey,
literally
you know
what I
what?
say almost daily. I don't know nothing
You know what?
about
And that's
nothing.
a good motto to live by, and I like that motto because you know what? No one needs to know your bullshit. You don't need to know their bullshit.
There you go.
You keep to yourself. Anyway, so I go back to the girl, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out. I really just don't want to hurt you or your friend." So then she never talked to me again. So now, needless to say, the kid to this day still doesn't know that I tried talking to her again.
Is he talking
Honestly-
Uh,
to her again?
He's not talking to her again either, and I'm not talking to her.
See-
She has a boyfriend now. You know,
Ooh.
screw him.
Missed that window.
Screw him. You
Yeah,
know,
fuck
whatever.
him. We don't even know his
Fuck
name,
him.
but you know what? Fuck him.
Honestly,
Yeah,
that
fuck
guy.
him.
Fuck that
Honestly,
guy.
like-
I don't know his name either, but he can go fuck himself. But no,
Why don't you be like
no,
a
it
super
was-
nice guy?
Yeah, right?
Nah, just keep
He
in mind.
doesn't
This,
care.
Why don't you listen to the show?
he's like the few upstaters that we have up there. He just found us. Like,
don't
on,
worry.
like,
This is all a hypothetical situation.
No
Yeah,
names
this
were
is all
mentioned in the
hypothetical.
beginning
I
of the story.
didn't drop any names. You know, I
Yeah,
haven't
true.
said anything.
You know how many Jasons there are? Like,
Yeah, that are teachers.
Yeah, there could be a million Jasons in the world. Who knows?
yeah,
that are teachers.
yeah, for real. That are
That-
teachers
Friends with Tim.
That are
that are friends with a guy
that
named
work out in
Tim.
Oneonta. Who knows?
Well,
There's a
now,
lot of them.
now you just narrowed it.
No,
all.
now you're narrowing it down, Jason.
No,
cut
no,
it out,
no,
cut it
no,
out, cut it out.
yeah, I'm
Deny,
screwed.
deny,
But
deny.
it's okay.
Nah, his
Yeah,
name
deny,
is
deny,
John.
Now, honestly, like, this is actually kind of wild that we're actually doing this because, like, we never really give advice. Like, this is kind of like a, a nice,
Yeah,
nice,
it's a
boy.
good change of pace.
good change of
Before,
pace.
before we go, if you're listening right now, drop your advice and we'll send it to Jason.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think I
if-
did.
I think like you were trying to do the right thing, but like your friend, like once he gave you the okay the first time, like
I think you were in the right spot.
I think your friend kind of like I think he was just a little jealous, to be honest. Like that's
Me too.
like I feel like because like you said, like the girl was the one that basically turned them down.
and it's
So like once
only
you
3
turn them
dates.
down, it's
it was
like
it was
yeah.
something more serious and like then
Yeah.
Yeah, if you told me that was like his girlfriend for like 5 years,
and like a month passed.
yeah,
I
if
mean,
it's
No.
like-
like, if you hit her up like the next week, I'd be like, all right, hold on.
Yeah, but like there was about like a month window.
Yeah.
And,
I
and
mean-
the
Yeah,
fact that, like,
they-
she matched and you talked like your friend should have kind of been like.
And then not
Listen,
once.
it still bothered me, but like you know what, like
Twice.
obviously like she doesn't like me, so like then it's kind of like you gotta drop and move on.
Yeah.
yeah, and like you said, I mean, they met through a dating app too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No, they didn't meet through a dating app. They
Mutual
met
friend.
through my friend.
Oh.
My friend matched them up. They're like, I have a couple single friends, and then apparently my friend showed them. He said allegedly that he showed a picture of both me and my other friend, and she chose him. But when I talked to her about that, she said no, he never showed me a picture of you. So I call bullshit on that hardcore. That I call bullshit. There
Okay.
was no picture
Yeah.
shown.
So still, I mean, it's not like, this was like a long time thing. They met, they had a couple dates, didn't go anywhere. Dude said yes the first time,
And
got
like
in
a
his
week-
bag,
yeah.
started draking.
Yeah.
And he was sitting there listening to Marvin's Room. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's like at that point, like
at that, in my opinion, you did everything right. You know what I'm saying? And you went above and beyond because most dudes
Yeah.
wouldn't have even
Asked
been
the boys.
Yeah, asked the boys. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
like-
and I asked my other friend too. I'm like, "Do you think it's okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure. I mean, as long as he's okay with it." So I covered all my bases because my one big thing in life is don't break bro code.
Right.
You can't break bro code.
Yeah, absolutely.
Girls
Same
will
thing,
come and go, but
girls shouldn't
boys.
break- like just like girls shouldn't break girl code with that stuff. Like think about it like this, like no relationship is worth breaking a friendship.
True.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like I mean, like you think about it, 'cause like you never know how relationships go. Like next thing you know, like you don't want to be like that schmuck that like when things don't
Lost
work
your
out,
friend.
you lost your friends, you lost the girl. Now it's like,
Yeah.
what do you do? Now you're like in that little lost thing. But so it's like your boys, your girls, they're always gonna be there for each other. So it's like
Yeah, no, if you ask me, you did everything right. Like, there was nothing else you could have done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Besides, like, get his like go to his house with like flowers and be like, "Please let me date this girl." Like, I don't know what else I could have possibly.
If you
Went to her house with flowers.
If
Yeah, that would
you
have been
brought
better.
If she brought you flowers, let's
Yeah,
reverse this rule.
she fucked this up.
if
Yeah,
you
I mean,
brought
I
another
don't know.
grown man flowers, bro, I swear to God.
You know what, Jason?
Hey, bro,
Jason.
it's Pride Month. We allow whatever
Yeah.
happens,
You know what?
happens.
Hey, no, he said he doesn't have Grinder though. If he was about it, yo, do your
Allegedly.
do
Nah,
your
you know
thing.
what? Nah, you know what?
Allegedly.
Nah, Jason, hit up the guy that she's dating and just say, listen, man, like, you know.
Show up to his house with flowers.
Yeah, he's like one of my good friends. So if I did that, I think he'd like be like, "What the fuck are you doing with this?"
Wait, he's dating that girl now? Your friend's dating the girl now?
No, my friend's not dating the girl
Yeah,
now.
no,
The
I'm
girl
saying,
has.
like, you should go find that guy
That she is dating now and bring
Yeah.
him flowers.
and just say, listen, man, like I had a thing with this girl before you, like, you know.
you know how much I'd be weirded out?
Yeah, no, that's the point. Exactly the point.
Yeah,
And he's giving you
but
flowers.
you know what?
I'm trying to
But
date you
handing
now.
you flowers, it's like.
I say bad advice.
Yeah, don't do that. That's terrible advice.
We only give great advice on all we talking, okay?
You know,
Okay.
best anti-Valentine's since Valentine's advice ever. You should listen to those episodes, by the way, people.
Facts. Terrible
Yeah.
advice.
Well, yeah,
Another advice.
if you
Oh,
have
what's up?
any say for Jason on here, shoot us in and we'll send the
We'll
advice
do a
right
poll.
to him.
We'll do like a poll. Jason's right.
Was
or
Jason right or wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason.
We'll do a yes or
Jason's
no.
right on. I like that. Yeah, I like
We'll
that.
put up a
That's
picture of
great
Jason
idea.
Voorhees. Just throw people completely out of context. You
My
know?
God, that's, my God,
Honestly,
that's
for the
Jason
video-
Bourne.
No, for the video, I'm just gonna get a picture of Jason Bourne and just put him in the corner. And say, Jason
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
phone.
There you go.
By God, it's Jason
Oh.
Bourne.
Oh my God, is that Jason Bourne? Yeah, no. You did nothing wrong, my G. If
Well,
you ask
well, thank
me,
you.
you did everything you possibly could have to do this the right way, and he just got salty about it. Which some people are.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
But the thing that threw me for a loop was like, oh, I still have feelings for him. Like, how the fuck can you have deemed feelings for a girl from only 3 fucking dates? I mean, that's a little much for me. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You-
That kind of was like, woof.
I mean,
Yikes.
one thing that I've definitely learned is that you can't ever really you can't expect people to react to things the way that you do. You know what I'm saying? So like to you it might be a lot, but to this specific person that could be everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
you
got
can't get mad at people for how they react to things. That's kind of just what I've learned throughout life. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna react the way they react, but you aren't responsible for accepting the way they react. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
I know. Yeah,
flights,
that
not
does
feelings.
make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can react to something any way, shape, or form you want, but I am not responsible for accepting the way you react. Like I did everything by the book here, and you're still getting
Yeah.
mad. Like there's nothing to be mad at. You know what I'm saying? If
Okay.
that's how it's got to be, that's how it's got to be.
Yeah, I get that.
Welcome to Always Talking Therapy.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Nah.
We talking.
We're way
therapy.
cheaper than your actual
Write
therapist.
that down. Write that down.
Dead ass. Oh.
And it's our resume, folks.
Add to our resume,
Nah.
therapy sessions.
I don't, Jason. I know. I kind of want to always talk about the story with you. That time we went to Toronto.
Oh boy.
Went to the 6?
What?
You went to
I
the
don't.
6?
I don't like this story. This isn't a good story.
You know
about
exactly
me.
you know exactly the story I'm going to say, right?
You want me to tell it, or do you want to
I would
tell it?
love for you to say it, and I could chime right in.
You want me to say it the next time?
What?
Just go.
Well, yeah,
full
you
send.
want
Just
me
go
to say
for it.
it?
Full-
Yeah,
full-
no, just
full
go
send
for it. Just go
full
for
send
it.
Okay, go for it. Full send. Okay, here we go. So me and Timmy and my friend Scoose and his girlfriend at
And
the
my
time,
ex.
we all
Yeah.
went.
The
We all
Eskimo.
went to.
Shout out the Eskimo.
We all went.
No shout out.
Yeah, we all went to. We all went to Toronto for the weekend to go see the Blue Jays play the Tampa Bay Rays, and we stayed inside the stadium. So that was very
It was
expensive.
awesome. It was
Yeah, I've
awesome.
seen the pics.
It was
Sick
awesome. Like
Sick room.
our room was overlooking the field, so that was fucking insane.
Oh, so you didn't even have to go to the
But,
game.
Well,
Just watch
We're
it.
at the game.
We're at the game.
Yeah, exactly. So we could get fucked up and
cheap
go
drinks
there.
and everything like that.
So we went there and we were going out for the night, and beforehand my friend told me, who I was living with at the time, he said, when you go to Toronto, the strip clubs there are much different than they are here
I've
in
heard.
America.
I have
And
heard.
I said, what do you mean? And he said, you could get a massage and, something will happen. But you have to
Little
pay
happy
the right
ending.
amount of money. So I said, okay. So
Shout out Canada, bro.
I said, me, I'm a very detailed oriented person. I tried to do research on this. I'm
Embrace
like, okay,
the
what's
culture.
embrace the culture. You only live once.
Yeah,
So
when
I
in
went
Rome,
out
live like the
there.
Romans.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to do. So I went out there and I saw that they had a strip club, which was probably 40 miles away from the hotel.
There's this one
Or
that he
whatever.
liked the most. There's like
That's a trip.
He looked
That's
at
the
the
one
Yelp
that I saw
reviews.
the most. So
TripAdvisor.
so I
TripAdvisor.
convinced Timmy, I convinced him, his girlfriend and Scoots to go with me, and we're halfway fucking there.
No fucking
And apparently in Canada they charge per kilometer instead of fucking whatever they charge in America. So we only get halfway
$5.
there.
It's like $5.
I spend $40 halfway there. I go to the cab driver. I'm like, I don't have enough money to go back and forth. And my friend Scoos goes to me, no, you don't. We better turn the fuck around. So we turn around, and I go to the guy. He was an Indian guy. I forgot what the fuck his name was. I'm like, well, thanks for the fucking tour of Toronto there, my guy.
That's so
He paid
fucking
like
funny.
$40 or $60 to go literally 20 minutes out, 20 minutes back, in the same exact spot. And he didn't even go to the strip club.
That's
No, we didn't go to
fucking
that strip club.
hilarious.
And then I asked the guy, I go, do you know any strip clubs around here? And he goes, yeah, there's one 5 miles walking distance from your fucking hotel. I'm like, you couldn't have fucking told me that 20
He was trying to make that
plus
bread.
minutes ago
Shout out the hustle.
before you fucking do that. And then I'm like, oh shit. So we go to the strip club, me and my friend Anthony, and then
At that point, I was like, yeah, I didn't want to go. So I just
yeah,
took my
Tim was
exit,
like,
and we
I'm
went to the
done.
bars. I was like, let's
So
go to the bars and clubs.
Tim and Kathy went to the bars. Me and Scoos were at the strip club. I spent well over them. Why would I should have? It was not worth the 100 and 200, or was it 200? Yeah, 200 and plus odd dollars that I spent that night at the strip club. And then I go home. The next day, and I'm crying in the fucking hotel room. Like, I just spent all my fucking money. And I begged Timmy to have the rest of his leftover pizza for lunch because I didn't want to go.
I felt so bad. We're all going out to eat and stuff like this, and he's like
Scrounging pennies.
He's like, I'm like, Jason, do you want to eat? He's like, no, I'm good, guys. I was like, you sure, buddy? He's like, yeah, I'm fine.
Scavenging around the
we're all
the
eating,
ballpark
and
for
like,
peanuts.
we're all like, at one point, we're like, Jason, do you want some more leftovers? And he goes, I mean, if you guys are offering it, and we're like, Jason, here, have some. Have
Poor
some,
kid,
have some
man.
of my pizza. And we're like giving him chicken tenders.
Kids
and
just
French fries.
starving and horny.
He's just Oliver. He's starving and horny.
in Canada.
Well, I was starving myself, but thank God.
That sounds like
I
a movie we're gonna write. Honestly, can we write that?
They didn't have enough to pay the strippers, and they said, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Maple
so
syrup.
so I went. So thankfully, that day at the fucking ballpark, me and Timmy met this really friendly dude that was like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" We're like, "We're from like New York." And he goes, "Oh my god!" And he was paying for our drinks. We had
he
fun.
was Canadian. He was with his
He was
fiance
Canadian.
or with a girlfriend or whatever.
Good for him.
Yeah, and he goes, "Yeah."
He's like, you guys are in my country. He's like, it's our hospitality to get you guys drinks. So like,
That's
So
pretty
I'm like,
sick.
I'm not gonna
Sounds like
fucking
he wants
deny
to
that. Get me
bang
like
his
4
wife.
tall boys.
yeah, he just was feeding us drinks the entire time, and then he invited us out, and we went to like this like Dave and Buster's type place out there. And honestly, Jason, he was a great wingman to you.
He was a great wingman to me. Me and that girl were dancing. She gave me a kiss. It was a good night.
Hey.
Now, what kind of game was he spin? How do you initiate those like that, all that?
Yeah, what's the
Well,
Canadian game
basically,
like?
I don't remember. The only thing I remember was that the girl was kind of chunky. So I mean, it was all good. I think I still have.
Nothing wrong with thick girls.
Hey, listen, more cushion for the pushing. But
Hey,
that
my
wasn't the point.
boy.
but the girl, I still have we went in like a photo booth, me, her, and our other friend, and like we took a picture together. I still have like the Polaroid picture in my dresser somewhere. back home of that time in Toronto when that guy almost helped me get laid.
Fire.
And I'm like,
He literally turned Jason's like horrible like beginning experience, and he just kind of did it. It turned it into that. Like, it was like
Shout out Canadians, yo.
like he really like helped Jason out. But the funniest is like this guy was like I wound up hanging out with the guy's girlfriend while he was literally talking to these girls. Like this was like that's not like how chill they were. Like this girl was like he's really good at the stuff, and she's just like let him go talk to all these girls with Jason, and like we're just kind of like sitting back having a couple of drinks watching, and we're like,
oh,
I'm not kidding.
The funniest part of the story, Timmy wasn't there for that, but my friend Anthony was. So me and this girl are playing pool. So like I'm like right behind her trying to teach her how to play, and like all of a sudden like she was kind of like grinding on me, so I was like dancing with her. And
Oh, you're
me and my
showing her how to
friend
work your stick?
Yeah. I was so I lock eyes with my friend Anthony, and I just start smiling at him and giggling, and he just starts bursting. He goes, "What the fuck are you doing? Look at the girl, don't look at me, you fucking idiot."
Valid response. Why are you eyeing me, dog?
Bricked up, looking Scoots in the eyes.
Yeah, God. But Toronto was a fucking ball. It was a great fucking time, though. We got to go back there, Tim. We got to go back to Toronto again. This time, those strip clubs, okay?
Okay.
Always talking to Canada.
Are we talking Canada?
Plus
eh?
Jason.
Are we talking? Eh?
Are we talking Canadian?
Are we talking? Eh?
Yeah.
That's
Also,
dope.
going in and out of the country, we had to sing "Oh Canada" because that was Tim's request. Like, going into the country, we had to blast "Oh Canada."
Of course it is.
That is something Timmy would
Right there,
request.
Border Patrol. We just blast it.
I would have. Nah, you gotta put it some.
I would have
patriotic-
detained you.
Little America. America. Fuck yeah.
Imagine waiting on Border Patrol and like you just blast that music.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I ever did like one of those like fantasy football leagues and like that's a punishment, that's what my punishment would be. Go to Canada and wait at either Canada's Border Patrol or Mexico's Border Patrol and just blast all America.
I feel like in Canada they'd be a lot more accepting of it than if you went to Mexico
Yeah,
and started
exactly.
blasting that.
Yeah, they'd say
Yeah,
sorry.
Mexico,
come on
you
in.
might get shot.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, beauty.
Yeah.
Oh
Biggest
man.
time.
It's about that time.
Yeah. No, Jason. So we're gonna move along. That was I was
Okay,
that
man.
was such a great time though, the Toronto trip.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, no. We're gonna move it along to catch these hands.
All right.
All right. Now, I think I should get a little bit in there just because,
Sure.
you know what? I was on my hiatus yesterday, like last week, because, you know what? Work sucks.
I know.
No, yeah. That's that one verse in that song really just hit a lot different over the years. But let's just say last week, I've been getting screwed over heavily at work. We you know, like I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago, one of the guys he put in his 2 weeks, so now we're down a guy, and it just, you know what, like at that point, like it was like, you know, it's not that bad. Well, like
It is that bad.
a week after, like everything just ramped up out of nowhere, and everyone's like, oh, we need you, like all of like this personnel and everything, and it's just like overwhelming, and like we're so understaffed now, and it's just like it's insane.
You're working.
And
You're
like,
working.
and the worst part is like we're dealing with people that are like I never met more adults who are so lazy that get paid triple or double the amount that I make, and I'm literally like running the show, doing this. I literally am like, it's not my job to get all the personnel and call people up to get them to come here.
Now it is.
Now, for the, like, people are like, oh yeah, just here's their number, call them. I'm like, that's not my job, that's your job. So like, anyway, I've been dealing with like children, and we actually call them toddlers with tools. So I've been dealing with them for the past like couple weeks now. It's just getting worse and worse. So that's why
You're gonna lose it soon.
yeah, like I just was like
Snap on somebody.
last week. I just like I got out of work because like I literally was trying to leave for 2 hours. Like I got held at work for 2 hours because these contractors just were fucking over their paperwork, and they thought we were joking about how intense these paperwork is. Like, oh yeah, no, it's fine, we'll get them done. We're like, we've been bugging them for weeks, and now we were threatening that we can't do certain things because their paperwork's not in, and that's when they're like scrambling and sweating, and they're like, oh Tim, we need your help. I'm like, dude, I gotta go home. Like,
We were
I'm missing
planning on
my
recording
stuff.
at 7 o'clock
Yeah, I didn't get.
And that's when he got out.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even gonna get home till like after 7 o'clock. I'm like, let alone record at 7. And I was just in such a bad mood at work, and like we had Mookie and Bear on the show, and I was like, you know what, like I don't want to hold them off. I was like, they're good with 7, put them at 7. I was like, I'll get the next one, guys. Like,
Little breather.
Yeah, it's well needed.
Yeah, but that's what's touching his hand. Like toddlers with tools. Like, come on, you guys are grown ass men. Get your shit together. Stop looking at me. You make double my salary. Like, come on.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So that's that.
Nice.
Was that a little therapeutic for you?
Oh, well, I've been venting this for like the past week, like nonstop.
Prepping it.
Oh. So that was like me just like finally like, you know what, this is the last of me. This is the last of me kind of just bringing this up because it's like I can't do that. I can't like bring this like absolute nonsense up to me anymore and put me like bend me out of shape or whatever it is. I totally butchered that saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll allow it.
Yeah, thanks.
You got one, Dan?
Yeah, it's gonna go out again because I've done it probably many times, but it goes out to the heat again because I'm sweating my balls off, and it sucks every day. So fuck the heat, fuck the summer.
Yeah.
Sweaty balls. No one can resist my sweaty balls.
My sweaty balls.
Shout out sweaty balls, but fuck the heat. Not the basketball team, but the actual heat and the sun coming down because it sucks.
True. Jason, you got something?
What's
Yeah,
been
I
bothering
wanna-
you? Something that's really been bothering you.
Oof.
All right, anything.
There's a lot that's bothering me. You know,
Something
like
that-
Peter
all right,
Griffin.
whatever you were
There's
about
a
to
lot
say
that's
then.
been grinding my gears. You know. You know, it's what but what's really pissing me off now is like the fucking price of gas. Like I feel like I can't go anywhere or do anything because the fucking price of gas is like fucking almost gonna be like $6 pretty soon. It's almost $5 here. Like
It is
upstate New York. I
$5
can only
here.
It is over $5 here.
You live upstate too, so you're driving 6 miles to any destination. You gotta
Yeah.
go.
Thanks a lot,
Yeah, it's like-
America.
It takes half the tank
Yeah,
just to
that-
get to the gas station.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm feeling. Like that's what's really pissing me off. It's just like the fucking state of America that we can't get fucking gas anymore, and we're just so dependent on other people. What happened to the good old America where we just stole shit?
They took
You know
our
that.
jobs.
When we just stole shit. When we just stole shit.
Bring it back.
That was good.
I'm not gonna lie, that went over my head the first time, and then once you said it, I realized what he actually just said.
That sounded like a South Park
It
skit,
definitely
honestly.
100% did. I just said they took my jobs, and they said, what about old America?
Yeah, for real. No, that sounded like something Eric Cartman would say, like to a fucking T. What happened to the good old America? Where we would just steal shit, just.
Name of the episode.
Honestly, I think the Amish are onto something here.
The Amish, probably.
Oh yeah, like the fucking horse and buggy. You can't go wrong. You mean you don't have to put gas in a horse?
I mean, imagine
Yeah,
trying to
feed
wake
him
up.
now.
Imagine you got like a 3 a.m. like a little something calling you at like 3 a.m. and you got to wake up your horse, bro.
Roll up on that 2 horsepower.
He knows the deal.
Gotta go big guns. 3 horsepower.
3 horsepower.
I love that video. He goes, "Hey man, what's your horsepower?" The Amish guy goes, 1.
1. He pulls up to him in like a Hellcat, like a Challenger. He goes, "Hey man, how much power you got in there?" He goes, 1. Shout out the Amish for having a good sense of
He
humor.
understood these.
Yeah.
Oh man, goddamn.
All right, Bizarre, you got something over there?
For Cashy's hands?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. Every single phone charger at work today was broken, so I had to go buy a new one for
That's such a
myself.
first world problem.
Yeah, for real.
sucks.
I was tight, yo. That is an ill first world problem. But like, why do none of these? We no joke have like 12 of them. None of them worked. I was like, why do we have these here?
You know what it is? Because some of your coworkers are like, when their charger's not working, they're going in there and they're swapping it out.
Yeah, probably.
They're doing like Indiana Jones in your
Yeah.
in the work. In the
Probably,
office.
but no joke. We have a box full of just iPhone chargers at work, and there was 12 of them in there, and I plugged each one, and they were all
Yo.
dead. I was like, I have to go buy a new one. This is fucking
I
ridiculous.
gotta hustle for you. Yo, sell them to people. Just have them on sale, like on thing that says, like, $3 chargers.
$3 chargers. Yeah, I could do that.
$4 chargers or $5 chargers, and
No, we've tried to do side sales in the store before, like
No,
for
but-
us personally.
but
My
especially-
boss got super tight.
But no, I mean it's like literally just you put that money towards and buy an actual charger that works.
Oh yeah.
But like if you sell like $3 charger, if I buy a $3 charger and it doesn't work, I'm like, all right,
All right, it's a
like I
$3
go to, you know,
charge.
sometimes I go to
I
Five
knew it.
Below and I buy something there. And like it works one time, and then like the next time I'm like, this doesn't work anymore. I'm like, well, this is a piece of shit. But I was like, I paid $3 for it, so I'm like,
I deserve it.
I can't really be mad about it. I was trying to be cheap, and it just kind of backfired.
Yeah.
Nice. I do have one last thing to say. Recently, I found out I have this genetic condition where my body doesn't produce alcohol, so I have to take supplements to make up for it. So, if anybody wondering like why I drink so much, mind your business.
Boo. Boo. That was your weakest one yet,
I
Dan.
was really wondering where you were kind of going with that.
Boo. That was your weakest one yet, Dan. That was a stretch.
Dude, it's a medical condition, bro.
Boo. Fuck your medical condition.
Like the Joker.
Boo.
You guys are laughing so hard in my head.
Boo. That sucked. That was trash.
Because you're laughing so hard.
You had so much better.
You should
That
go-
was weak.
You should go to school and get a real job. Mom, I'm a comedian.
If you haven't seen The Joker, that's from there.
It's literally like those crickets you heard. Like spoiler alert.
Yeah. All right. Let's close it out.
Anyway, Jason, thank you so much for hopping on here. I hope you had a great time, and I hope you also remember to feed your goldfish.
And fuck your shoulder.
Jason, you got one?
Yeah. I thank you guys for having me on. You know, I'm a big OE Talkin fan. Listen to the podcast. Thank you guys for having me on. Really appreciate it. You guys make my day in the morning when I want to kill myself because I got to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Works out.
So I
Don't worry.
does it.
We want to kill ourselves too.
Yeah, I listen to the podcast to get my day going. So thank you guys.
Thanks. Jason.
Anytime, Jason. And pay your fucking producer. Always.
All right. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your few weeks of school. Skirt, skirt.
See ya.